die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
What is up, my sexy mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Brut Original Aftershave and Imperial Leather Original Aftershave. But before I talk about those, my fragrance of the day, Kyle's Original Musk number 1. 50 ml for about $100 Australian. It's definitely on the pricey side considering how much you get, but it's in my top 10 favorite fragrances of all time, and I really like the muskiness and the overall floralness of it as well. It is musky with a floral background, and it is unisex, and I would say that it leans a touch feminine, but there's just something about it that I find endlessly appealing. It's one of those scents that's been around for a long time, and it's still around for a good reason, and that's because it smells fantastic. My recommendation though, because of how floral it is, I would test this out on a tester strip first, or if you can get it in a little sample bottle, like a 1, 2 or 5 ml sample bottle, try it out with one of those first and see how you go. Aussie Marcel here again. I've just been editing the video and I wanted to add that lately, instead of wearing a cologne or something like that after I've been showering, I've been wearing Brut Original, the body spray. This is just one of those timeless, masculine men's fragrances, and I feel like I'd much rather wear this than any of the more younger, juvenile Lynxes, or maybe even Rexonas. Like, they all smell very, I don't know, artificial, whereas there's just something about the Brut DNA that I really love, and I highly recommend that if you haven't smelled this before, definitely check it out. You can get a bottle on sale for under $5 here in Australia, and as far as an after shower scent goes, this has pretty much knocked everything in my collection out of contention. This is just so good, and for $5, it's definitely worth trying out. So let's just talk about these fragrances, Imperial Leather number 1 and Brut Original Aftershave. Both of these are the easiest to find fragrances here in Australia. You can get them at Ritchie's, IGA, Coles, Woolworths, it doesn't really matter. I've seen them absolutely everywhere, and they're generally around $10 Australian. Both of these scents, because they're easy to find, because they only cost $10, they're accessible to pretty much every Australian out there, and they give you an option that isn't Lynx or Rexona or something like that, you know, one of the classic body sprays. So Brut, in my opinion, smells more masculine. It's got a freshness, a cleanness. It's a very crisp smelling fragrance, whereas Imperial Leather number 1, it's more of a barbershop scent in my opinion. It's very old school, very classic. You got a little bit of citrus. It's clean. It's almost a little powdery in a way. I don't get any leather in it though. So because of the openings in these bottles, I can't really test them out on my hands. I'll just show you for a second. Look how wide it is. Like, I filmed this before and it like drenched my hands, so I've had to refilm it. Like, and I just tested it out once and look how much I used because of how much came out of it. So we won't be testing them out, but I will give you my notes anyway. There is some floral in this. It does have a touch of ethanol, touch of alcohol to it. Very masculine, but it's, like I said before, got a timelessness to it as well. Imperial Leather, on the other hand, show you the bottle here. They both smell very nice. My recommendation, if you're over 45, Imperial Leather number 1. If you're under 45, Brut Original Aftershave. You can get both of these with atomizers as well online. That is always my recommendation and my preference, but you do pay more for that. So for $10 Australian, under 45s, over 45s, easy to recommend at that price. And what I like about both of these is that they have more mature scent profiles and DNAs than the Adidas fragrances and the Nike fragrances at a virtually identical price point. If you don't want to just smell fresh, fruity and young, definitely check out these two. You can pick them both up for like $20 Australian. And yeah, if you've ever worn them before, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. I reckon there'll be a few of you out there that have very strong feelings on both of these. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.